I just got brake checked by a, what is that, a Type 6? It looks like a Type 6. It does not look like a keelback. Ah. Pilots these days. I am offering this disclaimer to remind you this video series is not meant for children. Hello everyone! Good morning, good evening, whatever you may be. My name is Endub, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. As you may have noticed, I didn't have an episode yesterday. That was because, one, Elite Dangerous patched, and World of Warcraft patched, and Microsoft kicked out a patch as well. That one was a security update, which is very important if anyone has been deferring updates. That one's an all-hands patch because it is a security hole the size of which Battlefleet Gothic from Warhammer 40k could fly through. That's how bad of an issue it is. So, I highly suggest getting that security patch. I also have the 3 straw polls going on, although, I mean, I'm doing one of the things right now anyway. Picking up the materials for powerplay to deliver elsewhere in the galaxy, and hopefully entice a federal agent to try and interdict me. I have weapons for that. Anyway, that's all beside the point. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and click that little bell for notifications, and to join me in my eternal crusade against YouTube and its sorting algorithms, and all that other good jazz. And feel free to respond to my straw polls as to whether or not my outros are too long. I have outros? What are these things you speak of? And what you'd like to be seeing regarding power play, whether it should be more background stuff or as up and front and center as I'm doing right now. Although this is a very straightforward mission. I'm figuring since tomorrow is power play reset, I'll do that today, and get back to Hutton with another load of scrap. I sat around for 2-3 days, although one of those days I was kind of indisposed because I could not use the internet. Thank you, Microsoft and Blizzard. Not really Elite Dangerous, because that was only like a 700 meg patch or something like that. World of Warcraft was in the like 6. And I just cleared fines back in Avik. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, World of Warcraft was like a 7 gig update. So yeah, my internet, because it is rural New Mexico, was rather busy, so to speak. So I couldn't do anything yesterday. Couldn't even watch YouTube, so I'm trying to catch up on some YouTube stuff, shenanigans and whatnot, which it seems the case between MXR Plays and our good friends at Jukin Media has been resolved as soon as it hit international news. So there's that going on. And let's get the fine paid real quick. Here's my fine. And contacts. Power contact. And load my ship up, please. $100 credits each round. Yay. Well, whatever. Normally this will be in the background, but that wasn't not happening today. So Since I mentioned it, I'll bring you guys up to speed if you haven't already heard about what went down. So, lo and behold, last Friday, a YouTuber by the name of MXR and his lovely girlfriend, Jeannie, went and posted a video stating that a media conglomerate by the name of Jukin Media had issued them a message saying, pay us $6,000 or we're going to DMCA your YouTube channel into oblivion. And Jeannie cried, the internet got pissed off. It became an international news thing because the BBC was talking about that yesterday, if I remember correctly. I saw that at work. But also, quite a few copyright attorneys weighed in on this, and it seemed the consensus looked to be that MXR, or rather the channel MXR Plays, was right on the cutting edge of it being fair play. I mean, fair use. Where basically what MXR Plays does is he and his girlfriend go and react to memes and videos and whatnot, and so what ended up happening was Jukin Media is a website that goes and... One moment while I pull up where I need to take all this stuff. Kalika. Kaliki. Not Kalisi. Kaliki. Let's... Okay, where else can I take this then? Wongguin is my next spot. Wongguin. I'll take it back to Kaliki because that's only, I mean, it's 100% fortified. Okay, what other stations? What about Dongzi? Is at 3% fortification. Working for Deton Patreus. That's only like 3 jumps. Okay. So, anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. So, MXR Plays is a meme reaction channel. And usually they scrounge through Reddit and a few other sites for interesting and potentially viral clips that are worth reacting to, or not worth reacting to. Sometimes they fall completely flat, and sometimes they're both laughing. Anyway, turns out a few of those clips are alleged to be owned and copywritten by the conglomerate called Jukin Media. They own Fail Army and a few other groups, a few other channels, and go and license potentially viral-worthy media, and then sell licenses for use for about $40 a month, something like that. And so, under U.S. copyright law, fair use is basically you take something and then transform it. So, like for example, riff tracks, or as when I grew up, Mystery Science Theater 3000 would not be considered fair use because they were showing the clip in its entirety, or the movie in its entirety, whereas and making fun of it and poking holes in the plot and all that other good stuff. Where if they only did that for part of the film, or parts of the film, that would be fair use. So, what it turns out is MXR seems to be, based off of all the copyright lawyers that weighed in on things over the course of the weekend and a few days, is that MXR was walking right on the razor's edge, but doing it very, very well. I believe Leonard French said that they do it far better than he does, mostly because Leonard French is a copyright lawyer who does stuff on public domain, usually does public domain, so court documents and whatnot, and talks about stuff like that, or what is publicly known or publicly available on certain subjects, like the Wormwood, something to that effect. Those hex dice boxes that Wormwood Designs has decided to copyright, which, I mean, it's a case of patent law most likely, but that's beside the point, and that's getting off into the weeds. So, it seems that once the news hit international, that's when Jukin Media came screaming back to the negotiation tables. Because MXR put out a video earlier today stating to that effect, and that the resolution is, he's very happy with it, his girlfriend is very happy with it, which, this is basically the condensed version of the story, so to speak. Okay, I don't want to deal with that. Oh wait, that's internal security services anyway. Where is this station? I'm not going to the... Okay, Penrose Ring. I almost said Persephone Ring. Anyway, there's probably a station by that name anyway. I'm getting off into the weeds again. So, everything's all simpatico. And it looks like that that Jukin Media is operating on a very predatory practice where their website, their database, is not user-friendly. So it makes it very hard to actually confirm whether or not the information or the videos that you're looking at is copywritten or not. In some cases, it doesn't even look like they're actually filing for the copyright. Now, that may have changed in the last few years. The last time this came to court was, I believe it was =3 versus Jukin Media. So it is not the first time that this has happened. However, the internet was pissed at this one. It blew up far more than MXR was anticipating, partly because they'd basically already been extorted out of... Is that guy chasing me? I'm not 100% sure. It had been extorted out of $1,000, $1,200 or something like that already. So, Jukin Media smelled blood and was requesting more money this time. And had enough potential DMCA claims to nuke the channel. But ultimately, that did not happen. MXR is going to be even more... I think that guy is chasing me. I'm not sure, though. Ultimately, MXR and Jukin Media settled things without having to go to court. So that's the important thing. Hopefully this won't happen again to him, but it will probably happen again in the future. And so, that is one of the major issues that YouTubers face. And it is why I am so proactive on getting the dispute up on my videos when Hawk, on behalf of the person that I'm licensing my outro music from, sends a claim onto my video, which it has been every video since Thanksgiving. Every single one of them. Well, every single episode of EDR that has used my standard outro music has been hit with a claim. And so every morning, before it goes live on YouTube, I put in my dispute. And honestly, it's getting very, very annoying and troublesome, and I have no idea how to get Hawk to stop it. You'd think, after 10 episodes in a row, that they'd come to the realization that I have a license for this music, but no. They continue to insist on hitting me with a, not a DMCA claim, just a copyright claim on behalf of I can't sell those here, on behalf of the artist. And I have no problem with them doing that. I have no problem with them protecting the copyright rights of the artist. However, I do have a license. And it just gets troublesome and annoying. Not even annoying, just troublesome that I have to, for all intents and purposes, make sure that I have all my ducks in a row for something that I have been having my ducks in a row since I have been doing my outro music. And do you see my issue? And I'm thinking I'm going to go for another load of goods on this one, but I'm going to do that off camera. And for those of you wondering, I did go and sell all the mugs after giving one of them to a fellow Hutton trucker that had been accidentally destroyed due to his roommate's negligence, and he didn't want to fly out the hour and a half to Hutton Orbital if he didn't have to. So I did my good deed. I sold all the mugs to in Avic, and then I got out of Dodge because I still have powerplay stuff. Sir! Excuse me! I just got brake checked by a, what is that, a Type 6? It looks like a Type 6. It does not look like a keelback. Pilots these days. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that little bell for notifications, and to join me in my eternal crusade against YouTube and its sorting algorithms. And hopefully, I will see you all in the next video.